The following programme is a presentation of Jez Sports. Greetings, wrestling fans. Welcome to the Main Event Podcast. I'm Jez. That's Dan. You're very welcome here as we discuss Impact Wrestling's Against All Odds 2023 from start to finish and a little bit before the start on their countdown show and a little bit afterwards because why not? How you doing, Dan?
I'm very well, actually, apart from it's flipping hot.
I know, it's beautiful. I love it. Finally, we had nice weather here for quite some time. It's been sunny and dry for a while. However, for the last 6 weeks, there has been a cold as hell wind that has just ruined everything. Like, it looks like the summer, but it feels like December with the cold wind. And I was so sick of it. Now, this week, it's beautiful. I'm baking, and I love that. Like, all these people that complain about the heat, bring it on. I want all the heat.
I complain about the heat.
Yeah. I mean, you work outside.
Yes.
Which is kind of your own fault, but
yes.
Yeah. Like, I don't. If I go outside, it's because I've chosen to go outside. Like, I went outside to work yesterday by choice. Like, I dropped my daughter off at her singing club after school, and then I was like, I'm going to go to the beach and sit on my Chromebook and write some articles on the beach. And it was wonderful.
Fair enough.
Sat in the sun, I need some kind of tan. I'm like Casper's freaking cousin over here. So, yeah. I mean, that doesn't help you. You don't tend to tan no matter how long you spend in the sun.
Well, I do tan. It's just I get a farmer's tan.
Yeah, burnt.
Yeah.
No matter how much sunshine you're in, which is quite a lot, you're still as white as that CM Punk t-shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of CM Punk, a little preview of our next episode of the Main Event Podcast. Our next one will be AEW Collision, the debut of AEW Collision. CM Punk returning there after some time off, having his dog's foot broken and being... Oh, no, he wasn't bitten, was he? Having his friend bite someone.
Yes.
Yeah, very, very confusing, very dramatic. We'll get to that during that episode, I'm sure. But yes, Impact Against All Odds today, which is our... we're doing back-to-back Impact Wrestling by virtue of waiting a little bit to do Under Siege. It took place last Friday, as of recording. It's the 15th of June today, and that means that the event was on the 9th?
Something like that.
9th, yeah, on the 9th of June. So, let's get to it, shall we?
Yes.
The score for predictions coming in is Jez 44, Dan 43, for that wonderful championship on your shoulder right there. Multi-layered, what's the word I'm looking for? Multi-plated. What's it called when you've got layers of stacked plates? That's what I'm looking for.
No, it's not stacked,
isn't it? I thought it was.
No,
I thought they'd shoved bits on top. Oh, there you go. Fair enough.
It's that makes just it even so more detailed.
Yeah, that makes it even more impressive that they carved it on. I thought they were just like, right, we need some microphones. Bosh, that's on top. Need a globe. Bosh, that's on top. Need the writing on it. Okay, Bosh, that's on top. There you go. That's even more impressive. Fair play.
Yeah, there you
just
go.
Get that all in on one thing.
Yeah,
you love to see it. Either way, it's coming to me very soon, and I can inspect it in more detail. That's the problem, you see. I haven't actually laid hands on it yet. So
you never will.
I will. Very soon. First match on the countdown to Against All Odds saw Kylin King take on Nevaeh.
Right.
Not an announced match, just thrown in there for funsies. What did you think?
Fine.
I was kind of expecting a bit more. I went for a drink and everything. No, is that it?
No, that's it.
Yeah, it was a match that
Fine.
happened. I will give you that. My only note is that it's good to see old Impact Wrestling names return.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shame that return's name is Nevaeh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a real bugbear with the name Nevaeh. It's just so
Okay.
what?
Stupid.
Yeah. Do you know what the name is? Essentially, right? I mean, I'm not surprised actually. It's heaven backwards.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now you're on my wavelength. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
In my past life as a school teacher, I taught children called Nevaeh, and without exception, they were all little rectums to
SH1Ts.
Yes, yeah, to keep it family friendly. Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's an awful name for generally awful people.
Yeah.
So that we've just lost our entire Nevaeh viewership, I would expect, but good.
That's just one person probably.
There are a surprising number of these weirdos out there. Anyway, let's move on to some actual business. The main event of the pre-show, if you will.
Yeah.
Impact Digital Media Championship. Joe Hendry defending against Dirty Dango. What did you think of this one?
Better. As Jez coughs up his guts. Better, this one.
Yes.
Especially Hendry's song.
He's good at these songs, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. Was it Divas Reject or something?
Divas Reject, yeah. The premise of this song is that there is a part of Dirty Dango's career where it all started to go wrong. And until Joe Hendry came in, they didn't know what that reason was, what happened. And the answer was he was rejected by Summer Rae and Eva Marie on Total Divas.
Yeah. I love it when he does that and actually comments the WWE. It's just hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, is he actually going to name check them? Oh, he is going to name check them.
Yeah, he's actually going to do it.
And he even named Total Divas. He can, completely different program. Cool.
Well, he did that to Matt Cardona.
Yes.
He name dropped Edge.
Yeah.
Which was just hilarious.
Yeah, but, going back to Total Divas, that's a deep take. Fair play. Yeah. I wonder who was behind that, whether, Dango turned up and said, look, I've got a way for you to, really, really zing me. Just use the fact that I was rejected on Total Divas. And it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's some deep knowledge from Joe Hendry.
Yeah,
to just pull that out.
Go on, Joe. Because
that's at least 10 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah. You know why? Because we believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah.
I'm going to get the video from his entrance theme where he actually does the intense staring into the camera and he pulls his shoulders back like that, looks deep into the camera and goes,
yeah.
I'm going to get that clip, and then every time we say we believe in Joe Hendry, I'm just going to play the clip full screen. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm also going to do the same for every time we say moose. I'm just going to get a video of him going like that.
Moose.
I might even be able to attach that to voice recognition, so every time one of us says moose, it'll just flash it up on the screen for a second.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should probably write these down. Hey, Ben, welcome in. The Absolute Bedlam podcast has arrived. We're used to some bedlam around here. This event was slightly bedlamy, if you will.
Yeah.
Anything else you liked about this Digital Media Championship match?
It was an all right match, but I wouldn't say I kind of wanted more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was disappointed that it was moved to the pre-show.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get it. Like, what else would you have put if you had to move one of the matches on this card to the pre-show? What would it have been?
Yeah.
Maybe the women's tag team match later, but you know, if they'd have put Trinity on the pre-show on her second event, I think that probably would have been awkward. So yeah, I get it. I don't really have any cons for this match. I felt like it was fine. The only other thing that I liked was, and there seems to be a lot of really kind of detailed zingers going on throughout Impact Wrestling at the moment, and it was Dirty Dango using judo-style moves as an insult to both Joe Hendry and Santino Marella. I'm like, most people just, you know, flip the middle finger at people to insult them. No, you're going to steal their style?
Steal their style. Why not?
It works, I guess, yeah.
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 If you're being a heel, like Dirty Dango, why not?
Why not indeed, yeah.
Do it.
So, there's a little caveat to our predictions today. In addition to you and I predicting, as always, we asked our official adjudicator, moderator of our competition, MJ Harmstone, to offer his own predictions.
Yeah.
Now, he is not a wrestling fan. He knows absolutely nothing about wrestling other than Nick Aldis was a gladiator and that Grayson Waller was on Australian Survivor. That's the extent of his wrestling knowledge. So we've got him to predict based on whatever arbitrary reasons he wants. He wasn't allowed to actually research. He just had to pick, like, you know, this person's got 3 vowels in his first name, the other person's only got 2, so they get my pick. You know, real arbitrary reasons. And he's picked alongside us.
Okay.
In this first match, all 3 of us picked Joe Hendry. And so we all have the opportunity. He's not here right now. It's typical that after all this, this is the week that he's not bothered to turn up. But yeah, we are the ones.
And because we both believe in Joe Hendry.
Yes.
I
need to get the clip. I haven't got the clip yet. Don't rush me. Next match. First match on the main pay-per-view. Frankie Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards.
You kick us off this time.
Okay. It was fine. We're going to hear that a lot today, I think. I did like, and again, this is another way that Impact Wrestling is just cutting really deep at the moment and really trying to offer depth in their story, and I really appreciate it. Using the fact that both of these guys were trained by Killer Kowalski as an extra kind of story, and talking about their history and being trained by him and all that kind of stuff on commentary. That was ace. I liked that. I liked Alicia Edwards' involvement, you know, attacking Kazarian behind the ref's back, raking his back in a real kind of, you know, bitchy heel kind of way. And then her getting caught.
Yeah.
Like, you don't often see, literally, the ref was looking in her face as she did the thing, and then yoink, out you go. So that was good.
Yeah.
2 things I didn't like. The roll-up finish, obviously. And then slightly prior to that, after the superplex, and they went for that double pin.
Yeah.
Eddie Edwards held his legs up in the air for like a good 3 seconds until Kazarian like hooked them with his own. Like, there's planned spots, and then there's whatever the hell that was. Like, you were literally waiting for the spot. Yeah. Putting your legs up in the air like a weirdo. It was strange. Yeah. Anything to add from your point of view?
No, just that from these two, I expected more. Because, you know, these two are good at what they do.
They are.
They should be able to do better.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
They're both advancing in age now, though, is the only issue.
Yeah.
And, you know, that shouldn't be an excuse. You've got people out there way older than them, still at the top of their game. You know, look at what Sting's still doing. Look at what Edge is doing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Predictions.
Mm.
Who did you go for?
I believe I went for Kazarian.
You did go for Frankie Kazarian, as did Harmstone.
Oh,
I, however,
me and
went for
Harmstone.
Eddie Edwards.
You went for Eddie Edwards.
I did, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That takes you to 2. I'll stay at 1, and Harmy's there on 2 as well with you. Hot on your heels. So right now, the layman has predicted better than me.
Than you. It's not
I
good,
think
is it?
if Harmstone wins, we
Yeah.
should just null and void the points from this show, to be quite honest with you.
No. That means something
I mean, you've just gone
bad for
ahead.
you.
That's why you're like, no.
Yeah, but that means something bad's coming up for you because you know the scores. I can tell by your face.
Moving swiftly on to the Impact World Tag Team Championship match. ABC, or the Ace and Bay Club, if you will,
Flipping ABC.
taking on the Good Hands. Now, let me say, I was not on board with the name ABC at first.
No.
I am now. I like it because
I'm still not.
it's probably the amount of New Japan Pro Wrestling I've watched in the last week where they've got a few new teams involved in the Bullet Club, and those teams retain their own identity while still being part of Bullet Club. So while a few weeks ago I was like, oh, just call them Bullet Club, I'm like, no, they are this team inside Bullet Club. So like you've got the War Dogs, who are a team in Bullet Club. And so when they came out, you wouldn't refer to them as Bullet Club. You'd refer to them as War Dogs. So that's why I've accepted this ABC name a bit better. It could be a better name, let's be honest. You know, Ace and Bay Club is a bit on the nose.
Yeah.
But I'm not as about it as I was last episode, even. So there you go. That's my non-rant for the day. How do you feel about the Good Hands?
Whatever.
I much prefer them now under Brian Myers' leadership than I ever did when they were under Bully Ray. I just didn't really understand what their point was with Bully Ray. They were just lapdogs for him, and they weren't very good at it. And why would you hang around with Bully Ray with, you know, how he as a character, and him as a real person, I guess, treats people.
Yeah.
So, it makes more sense that they are under Maya's learning tree now, and I feel like they're decent.
Yeah.
Things you liked about the match?
I liked. Where am I? The Good Hands actually looks like a threat.
Yes.
In this, they were looking like a credible, like, oh, are they actually going to take the titles? Is it actually going to happen? And also, Myers getting involved with the tag belt. Clouting somebody with that. That was quite good. And they still lost. But apart from that, it was just,
Yeah, it was another fine match. You know, nothing special, nothing bad. You know, I love Ace and Bay. I think they're fantastic, and they were just doing Ace and Bay things. Bay's Code Red was a particular highlight. Loved that. I loved that the Good Hands used the Magic Killer.
Yeah.
That was a nice little insult. And I loved the stat thrown out there that since 2020, the Bullet Club has held the Impact World Tag Team Championships for 66% of the time.
Nice.
Between them and the Good Brothers.
Yeah. We love a good statistic.
Yes, I do like stats. My only negative came right at the end, and that was the way that Hotch botched the springboard DDT from Chris Bay. It just, no, it didn't work.
No.
But all in all, an average match.
Yeah.
Who did you predict for victory?
Bullet Club, ABC.
I also predicted ABC, as did Mr. Harmstone. So I will go
Christ.
2 sweet,
Oh yeah.
and you will go up to 3, as will Harmstone.
It's really annoying that Harmstone's got a clean sweep so far.
Yeah. It's not too late to just nullify the entire thing.
No.
Just throwing it out there.
No.
Dog collar match.
Oh yeah.
Masha Slamovich versus Killer Kelly.
Mm.
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 Mm. Oh, hold on a minute. I've cocked this up.
Well.
It's all right. I'll fix it as I go along. Carry on, as you were.
You're just messing your life up.
I'll
but
explain.
anyway.
I'll explain in a minute. You tell me what
Okay.
you thought of this match.
I thought this was better than the other matches that have been before on this card. So we had like stomping on the chain wrapped around the hand. Why not? Chain being pushed into throat. Good. Tug of war pulling Kelly into the post. Good. Pulling Masha by chain into a DDT. Great. Kelly actually hanging by the chain by her neck. Looked flipping painful and real.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I felt like these women had a more hardcore match than some of the men have had in recent memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that in Impact Wrestling, you tend to get, women fighting men, men fighting women. And I feel like these two could hold their own in any of the kind of divisions of Impact Wrestling. And I think that's fantastic. I particularly liked the wrapping of the chain around Killer Kelly's neck and the ring post. There was a really good visual.
Yeah.
I liked the repeated short arm clotheslines.
Yeah.
And they were clotheslines, not lariats. Just pull them in. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't really have any cons. It was
No, it was
decent
good.
enough. Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
Probably the best match on the card so far.
So far, definitely.
Yeah. But not a huge amount to say about it, even though it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Right. This is where I've had to just go and adjust all the scores because I was so aghast by what happened here that I've got some numbers wrong.
You messed up.
Yeah, who did you predict?
I went with Killer Kelly, I believe.
Yeah, I went with Killer Kelly as well.
Yeah. Let me guess. Did Harmstone go for Masha?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I am still 2 sweet. You are still on 3,
V1.
and Harmstone's on 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So the layman now leads both experts on this show. I'm telling you, we're going to have to null and void this entire event.
No, we're not. I mean, he's not competing for the title, so...
No, but the fact that he's beaten both of us shows that we should just call it quits on this event, really. Just saying. Let's move on. Let's see if we manage to claw back and overtake him. Spoilers, we don't. X Division Championship. Trey Miguel versus Chris Sabin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? Start us off.
There were things I liked, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to feel about this one. It was a decent enough match. I do feel much like it was the case with one of the matches earlier that there could have been more.
Yeah.
Like it was the Kazarian match, wasn't it?
Kazarian Edwards, yeah.
Yes, yeah. I feel like there could have been more to this. Certainly more speed and high flying and agility, more X Division stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I did like picking up where Sabin left off in the last match, basically. The homages to the X Division champions. Jay Lethal's Lethal Combination, Christopher Daniels' Angel's Wings, AJ Styles Clash. That's nice. I liked the intensity that Sabin brought to this match.
Mm.
It seemed like he was putting extra impact,
Mm.
pun intended, on his moves. I liked Trey Miguel stealing the Cradle Shock.
Yeah.
I didn't
I liked how they called it the Tradle Shock.
I didn't like that. That was a forced pun. It doesn't make any sense. But
It was funny.
it doesn't mean anything.
Have a sense of humour.
I love a good pun. That was not a good pun. And I liked the heel move of having 2 spray cans.
Yeah.
One to distract the ref and then another to actually use. That was decent. So for all of that stuff I liked, my con is in a direct contradiction to that, because I hated that they kicked out of all of the legend finishers and each other's finisher. So you're telling me that the lethal combination, the Angels Wings and the Stars Clash, has taken those men to multiple championships, world championships in some case, but it's not good enough in this match.
Unless they're like kind of going, it only really works for those people because they know how to do it properly.
What nonsense, if that is the real reason. Talking out of your rectums, if that's the case. Yeah, just not a fan of kicking out of finishes, regardless of whether they're yours or not.
Yeah.
I'm also not a big fan of the fact that I went with Trey Miguel for this one.
Oh!
I really don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. Like, there are a few on this that I'm like, yeah, that was a stupid prediction.
Yeah.
Really didn't think that through. You and the Harmy went for Chris Sabin, so you will each go up a point. Takes you to 4.
Four horsemen.
Takes Harmstone to 5.
5 times.
And I'll stay down here. Too sweet. Who's the real winner?
This guy.
Next match, the 8-4-1 match. Nick Aldis, Bully Ray, Heath, and Jonathan Gresham versus Moose, Mike Bailey, Rich Swan, and PCO. Hashtag PCO for World Champ. I'm going to ask you first of all, what did you think of this match concept? First time, an 8-4-1 match. For those that didn't watch the event, it was an 8-man tag team match, 4-on-4. And then whichever team won, they would remain, and it became a fatal 4-way, and they would fight, and the winner would become the number 1 contender for the world title. What did you think of it?
I thought it was quite intriguing and quite interesting. I thought that's quite a clever way of doing things, actually, because you have 2 teams of blokes who've got to get on to win their 8-man tag match, but then they're going to be fighting each other.
Yeah.
It's it's quite interesting.
I thought it was a really good idea. And normally when Impact Wrestling come up with a new match type, it's got 67 different caveats. And it's like, well, if this happens, then this will happen. And then that person will be covered in slime. And that person will be put in a shark cage and shot out of a cannon. And there's all kinds of weird stuff to go with it. Whereas this was quite simple. Match 1, match 2, bosh.
Yeah.
And when I saw the advertisement for it, first of all, I was like, why the hell is Nick Aldis teaming with Bully Ray? What has happened in 1 week of Impact Wrestling since Under Siege that means that these guys are teaming together? I don't get it. So then when the match concept was explained, I'm like, I like this.
Oh.
That's a very good idea.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah. So as a match concept, I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Did the actual match meet up to that expectation of it being good for you?
No.
It was another average fare, really.
Yeah.
Again, there were bits that I liked.
Yeah.
And I don't have any direct cons.
No.
But it was just a bit happening.
Yeah.
I liked PCO no-selling the top rope crossbody from Gresham.
Yeah.
Bouncing off, but, PCO's legit.
PCO, just PCO.
And then the rest are from when it became a fatal 4-way. The group was I to Bully
Yeah.
Ray. That was good. Nice throwback to the old people like me who remember watching in the 2000s. I liked Scott D'Amore hitting Bully Ray with a chair. He's like, you won't do it. You haven't got the balls. There you go.
Yeah.
Take a chair.
Yeah.
There's your balls. And I loved the massive, massive height that Jonathan Gresham got for his top rope splash.
Yeah.
It's like he came from the sky. Like
Yeah.
he went off the shot and then came back down from a great height. And it was pretty
you
impressive.
could have gone away, had a cup of tea, and come back, and he would have still been in the air.
Yeah, fair play to him. Yeah, I like Jonathan Gresham. I do want to see him turn heel and have an entourage with him. Him be the leader of a faction again. I think that's when he worked the best.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's a tiny little muscle hamster, and he needs some minions that are bigger than him to do his bidding, and then come and pick up the scraps and like stretch people into oblivion and fly in from.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure he wants to be heel though. I think that was one of the bugbears that he had in Ring of Honor, the new Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
That's just why he legged it from there. I don't know, but you should do it, Johnny, or Johnny Gresh. Go on, turn heel.
Johnny Gresh.
That'd be great. Love a bit of Johnny Gresh. Predictions. This one was obviously fairly predictable because all three of us went for Nick Aldis.
Aldis.
I know why we went for Nick Aldis because it was the obvious choice.
Yeah.
And I know why Harmstone went for Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
Just because he was Oblivion on Gladiators and it's a name that he knows.
Yeah.
But it takes me, finally, to 3. Takes you to 5. And takes our layman, our adjudicator, Mr. Harmstone, to 6.
To that.
To the Motor City,
Damn
if
it.
you will. Moving swiftly on.
Damn it.
Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo versus Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. Your turn. Can't just say fine. Details.
Meh. There you go.
Details.
It wasn't that great. I was expecting a bit more tension between Trinity and Purrazzo, seeing as Trinity is the number one contender for the belt. There should have been a bit of, no, I'm going to tag in because I want to show you what I can do. None of this affectionate hugging stuff at the end. None of that rubbish. Have a bit of argument.
Argy bargy.
That's the one. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in general, it was a good showing by all of the women. I felt like they represented themselves well in the ring. And the only other thing I liked, really, was Deonna Purrazzo looking dead into the camera before wrenching back the Fujiwara armbar. I did get a little bit excited, I've got to be honest. It was pretty cool.
Steady.
And then the one thing that really stood out to me as a what the hell moment was when Trinity botched the springboard kick.
Oh, yeah.
Spring off the ropes, kick in the face. Yeah. She didn't spring, and then she didn't kick. In itself, that's fine, Accidents happen. She slipped on the ropes, no big deal. But then she still went through the kick anyway after she just did an awkward hop and then kicked anyway, instead of just moving on and doing something else.
Yeah.
It seemed like I say it a lot, but if you botch a move, ditch it,
move
do
on.
The next one. Rather than try and force it through. It takes all realism out of it.
Yeah.
Didn't like that bit at all. Predictions? I went for Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans.
Did you?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Again, I had no idea. Maybe I was delirious on Friday.
What were you smoking?
I really don't know what I was thinking, honestly.
Were you slightly drunk?
This is the second of 3 matches where I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Man?
I was surprised when I looked back through, because I only watched the event today and did all the notes and stuff today. And I was like, really? I went with them? What? That must have been a typo. Like, I'm taking it back. What the hell? Rubbish decision.
Oh, man.
But yeah, you and Harmy went for Trinity and Deonna Purrazzo, so it takes you to 6 to the Motor City. Takes Harmstone to 7.
Jesus Christ.
He's still winning, Dan.
And you're down there on 3.
I've got 3 less than you. I was leading this coming into today.
I know, considering how cocky you were last time.
Jesus, yeah, it's probably karma, isn't it? And
yeah,
by which I don't mean Awesome Kong in WWE.
Do you mean karma, chameleon?
Please don't do that again. Next match, The Design versus OVE. I'm going to come right out and say, this is the other match that I'm like, what the hell were you thinking in terms of predictions? Of course, OVE were going to win.
Yeah, I know.
Why the hell did I pick The Design?
I know.
And you picked The Design as well.
I know.
And so did Harmstone. It was a trifecta of design and all got it wrong.
Do you know what happened with me is I picked The Design. Then I started watching the event. And they went, we're here in Ohio. I was like,
yeah. I mean, even without it being in Ohio, the fact that the whole team, well, not the whole team, but, you know, a trio of the whole team had reunited and The Design won the last one. Right? Yeah. Did they? I can't remember.
No, they didn't.
No. I think that was part of my decision is that they didn't win last time.
Deciding. And then they said they're in Ohio and it's an Ohio street fight. I was like,
yeah.
It's expletive.
It all went wrong. It was a terrible decision. There will be no points dished out for this match. That's all I'm saying. Did you enjoy this match, Mr. Person who likes the hardcore?
Oh, I did enjoy this match. This is a great match.
Was it your favourite match of the night?
Favourite match of the night out of all the matches on the card.
Okay. Give it to me. What did you like?
So, all the fighting on the outside while the big guys were just going at it in the ring. Why not? Christ. Is it Christ?
Christ. Yeah, Jake Christ.
Yeah. Christ drop kicking with chair into trash can into Dina. Why not stack them? Why not? Exploder into chair. Stapler. Stapler again. We love the stapler.
Yeah. No mouth stapled shut this time. Only stapled pectorals and...
Yeah.
Where was the other one? In the shoulder?
It was in the shoulder. No, it was in the armpit.
That's it. Armpit. Yeah.
The Christ cutter interception. That was like on point.
It was decent. Yeah, there's some really good time in there.
Yeah. Thumbtacks. Backfired on Callahan. Connor. I'm going to call him Connor. Fulton through table up the entrance ramp. Why not?
Yeah.
Chris going through barbed wire board. Frog splash through table. Cactus driver into the barbed wire board. The only thing I didn't like was kicking out of Cactus driver.
Yeah. If it works for Cactus Jack, it's going to work for you, chumps. Don't kick out of that. Yeah, I think the only thing that you've missed out there that I've got as a thing I liked was the barbed wire wrapped rolling pin.
Oh, yes.
You know, we've done baseball bats, we've done 2x4s, we've done arms, we've done boards. Yeah. No, rolling pin wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what else is going to be wrapped in barbed wire over the future of hardcore wrestling history. Future.
Cool Fanny Craddock.
I don't know who that is.
Do you not know that?
No. And I don't think you can say that on a family-friendly show.
It's a woman.
I don't believe you.
An old woman who...
I have no idea who that is.
She's not alive anymore, but she used to do like baking stuff and all that.
All right.
It's rolling pin and Fine, call Mary Berry.
Okay, I was going to say 1980 want their reference back. Right. Mary Berry's a much better choice. I know who Mary Berry is. She's a national
we'll stick
treasure.
with Mary Berry.
Yeah. So we've already done predictions. We don't want to talk about that again. Moving swiftly forward to the main event. Impact World Championship. Steve Macklin versus Alex Shelley.
Yeah.
My turn, isn't it?
Yes.
This is another one where I don't really know how to feel. I liked aspects of it. I liked the slow, methodical start, the really, wrestling-y start, for lack of a better term. I liked then that the pace changed, starting with the spear from the inside of the ring to Alex Shelley stood outside the ring by Steve Macklin. That was decent. I like the outcome-ish. I mean, I totally feel and believe that Alex Shelley is a worthy Impact World Champion, and it's long overdue. I'm just not sure of the timing of it all.
Yeah.
Why is that happening a month, weeks, really, after Steve Macklin won it? And why, if they wanted to do this as a big moment, why not save it for Slammiversary in July? Have Alex Shelley win at Slammiversary for the first time. I'm not quite sure of the timing of it all. And leading to that point, I don't think that Alex Shelley did enough to wear out Macklin, really, a man who is, twice his size. I don't think Macklin came out of this match very well at all.
No.
It's not like it was, don't worry, Steve, you'll get him next time. It was really close. It was just out of nowhere. Alex Shelley had his number, and it was a bit strange.
Rubbish.
Yeah. Anything to add from you?
No, you summed up. The only thing I didn't like, there's another thing I didn't like, is when they exposed the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
The turnbuckle was padded.
Yeah. It was wrapped in tape.
Yeah. And they were like, it's an exposed turnbuckle. No, it's not.
Yeah. It's as exposed as my elbow is, with skin on it and muscle in the way or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like, what?
What is this?
What is that?
Why is there tape around it? Very strange. Yeah. Cheapos, not replacing their squeaky turnbuckle that was squeaking all the way through whatever event it was last year. Let's just wrap it in tape. That'll be fine. Oh no. Now it's not deadly in a match. Oh well. No one will notice. It's fine.
We noticed.
We also noticed that you and I both went for Steve Macklin for the win, because that made sense.
That's the only one that made sense, because we were both expecting Macklin to have a decent reign.
At least through to Slammiversary.
A month or something.
Yeah. I really don't understand it. But I mean, there is benefit in ignorance, and Harmstone went for Alex Shelley. I'd love to know the reason.
He's got 8 now, hasn't he?
He's got 8, yeah. We have closed out this event. I've stayed on 3. It has been a dire event for me. You are on 6. He's finished on 8. So he's kicked our ass, and I still think that we should nullify the entire thing.
No, we shouldn't.
Delete this episode and pretend it never happened.
Nope.
It's not like when you put things on the internet, they're there forever or anything. Like, no one will know. It's fine.
Nope.
We can just get rid. It's okay.
Nope.
I feel like this would be a different answer if the numbers were reversed. Just saying.
Yeah.
I feel like you're being extremely biased here. So our total score out of this event that didn't really happen, so
yes, it did.
Forget it happened. I am now on 47, and you have retaken the lead until I delete it with 49. Still not insurmountable, I've come back from this deficit already this quarter. I just need to do it again.
Keep telling yourself that.
I mean, we're going into 2 AEW events, which are more my remit than yours. So we shall see. We shall see. Plus NXT, 2 lots of NXT.
Yeah.
There's loads left. It's a long way to go to SummerSlam. despite
Yeah.
it being earlier than usual. When
And
is
we
it?
got money
August
in the bank.
5th or something?
Something like that.
Early August, isn't it? It's not in July
we've got,
this year
like-
like it was last year.
We've
But
got a month and a half, shall we say,
yeah,
until then.
yeah. And we'll probably get involved in G1 Climax in some way. There's loads of predictions to do there.
Yeah.
Even if we won't cover them all, obviously, because that's a lot. But probably
Yeah.
predict a few.
Yeah.
In the round robin tournament, looks pretty stacked. Looks pretty decent. So there you go. Finally, then, before I go and cry in the corner and get some kind of alcohol to make myself feel better, it's time, Dan, to offer the show not a prediction. What's the word I'm looking for?
A review.
Rating. A review.
That's the
Yeah.
word.
Let's offer Impact Against All Odds a rating. So I ask you tonight, Dan, to offer a rating out of 5 overdue champions.
So I feel like this was better than Under Siege.
Do you remember
But
what you
not-
gave Under Siege?
Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd give it as well.
But it's not. It wasn't that much better. There was, yes, I think on the whole card there was like 2 matches that I enjoyed. You know, the rest of them were just fine. Fine. So I'm gonna go 2.75.
I'm going to stick on 2.5.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was just fine, straight down the
Fine.
middle, really.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was on par with Under Siege. I feel
Yeah.
like this is what we're getting from Impact Wrestling at the moment. The roster's got a little stale.
Yeah.
We need some fresh blood in there to mix things up a little bit. I thought
Yeah.
Nick Aldis was going to do that, but
Mm.
it hasn't happened yet.
No.
You know, interestingly, is he going to beat Alex Shelley for the World Championship at Slammiversary? He probably is.
Yeah.
You know, as of right now, if I was predicting at this moment, I would probably say yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay a bit more attention to weekly TV leading up to Slammiversary. God, 3.
That is depressing.
It is depressing. You don't have to tell me, mate. I'm depressed enough all by myself.
You need to go drown that out with alcohol.
Yeah. And on that note, it's time to leave. Thanks very much to everyone that's joined us live on Twitch. Thanks to everyone that's watching later on YouTube, listening on podcast. You know, whatever. Can't use words. Too upset. We'll see you next week for our look at the debut of AEW Collision.
Yeah.
Until then, I've been Jez,
I've been Dan.
and I'm going to go cry. Good night.
Bye.